Hey everybody, I hope and pray that you're doing well today. So we come to our word from the word. And today that word is precedent. Precedent. Now, it's been some other things go on since we left off in Numbers chapter 24. Today we're Numbers chapter 27, and today and tomorrow, and that's pretty much going to wrap up Numbers for us. There's a lot more left in Numbers, but a lot of what's going on are some laws and regulations again, and he revisits all these. And I still encourage you, even maybe over the next couple of days through the weekend, that you read those if you're following daily. And then come Monday, we'll be in the book of Deuteronomy. Now, here's the thing. Today we see that these young ladies come to Moses and say, "Wait a minute, there's something going on, and we want some clarification about this." And it ends up the way that I got the word precedent today. It ends up kind of setting a precedent for things to come later. People would come, and if there wasn't a clear cut law or ruling about it, then they would come to Moses, and Moses would seek the Lord. So here in Numbers chapter 27, I want us to look at verses 3 through 7. It says, "Our father," these young ladies, the daughters of Zelophehad. I'll say it probably three different ways in the course of reading this. But it says, "Our father died in the wilderness, but he was not in the company of those who gathered together against the Lord in company of with Korah, but he died in his own sin, and he had no sons. Why should the name of our father be removed from among his family because he had no son? Give us a possession among our father's brothers." So Moses brought their case before the Lord. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "The daughters of Zelophehad speak what is right. You shall surely give them a possession of inheritance among their father's brothers, and cause the inheritance of their father to pass to them." Now he goes on to explain, the Lord goes on to explain exactly what he should do in each situation. Were there no sons? Were there no daughters? Were there no brothers? And he goes on. But it was something about this that, to learn and look at the history of this, that it kind of set a precedent for the rest of Israel. But I just couldn't help but think, what about the precedent that was being set when there was something that was misunderstood or not clearly defined, that they would seek godly counsel, and that the godly leader would seek the will of God. I mean, we see this in the what should be in the body of Christ today within the church, is that if there's an issue, I mean, that's part of the role as pastor, is to be the spiritual leader. And if you have a question or something that you're wondering about, pondering about, yes, you should be searching the scriptures and seeking the Lord in prayer, but also, and not just pastors, but I mean those. You seek anybody in spiritual leadership to say, "Look, I need some help. What should I do in this situation?" But see, more than that, it is all about seeking the will of God, and that's what these daughters were looking for, to see what God would have them to do, and it also shows the compassion of God, even what their family had done, or even though those that were mixed in with Korah, and even those that their family wasn't part of that, but still had to pay punishment for sins, and all of that is going on in the background. But still, God is a merciful and loving God. And he goes on to even give more rulings on this later in the book of Numbers, towards the end. And so with all this, I just kept thinking about this word precedent. And I thought, have you noticed how many times that we've read and seen that somebody would come to Moses with something, and he would say, "Hold on, let's take this to the Lord." Now, Moses wasn't perfect, and we'll talk about that a little bit tomorrow as well, but none of us are. But I wonder if in our lives, if there's been a precedent set in our prayer lives, to where when we don't know something, we say, "Hold on, let me take that to the Lord in prayer." I wonder how many times we would not get ourselves into trouble if we would first stop and take things to the Lord in prayer. So I guess my challenge for you today, and for me as well, for all of us, is that we set a precedent, maybe starting today, to say, "You know what, when I don't know, I'm going to go to the Lord in prayer." Not just today, but every day. God bless you, and I pray you have a great, great day.